Hey everybody, we're back with another episode of Super Beard Brothers Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I'm Alex Faciane.
And I'm that bearded guy, Jirard Kahali.
I'm also that bearded guy, but not the same bearded guy.
Our starts on the show just get better and better and better.
I never want to learn how to properly do it. I feel like somewhere there's a textbook
that tells us how to intro
how to host something. Yeah, but whatever.
Well, here we are, Lava Reef. We're getting down to the last level, the last few levels of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It feels like we just started yesterday, man.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful, beautiful journey.
It has been.
Through a game that kicks ass.
So much ass.
Anyway, let's get right into it with the trivia here.
Let's do it.
So, first of all, Lava Reef is the longest level in any Sega game that
up to this point.
Any Sonic game
up
to this point. I mean, obviously there's longer ones later, but
it's the longest
of all the Genesis Sonics. This one is the longest. It's 3 acts.
It doesn't have 3 acts.
Hell yeah, it does.
It's like 2 acts and that. It's like 2.5 acts.
Right, but it's got one, right?
That could be argued.
Yeah. Okay. Also, it's the last one with big rings in it.
Okay, that I believe.
But that's whatever.
Yeah.
We already are hyper as hell.
Hyper Sonic, get crunk.
And it's a really neat level with a lot of this one is like the level that's like the opus of like progressive storytelling through scenery. Like I've been talking about how Imagineers like to tell a story, just by the setting.
Sure.
This one really does that well, and you'll see as we move through the acts, how the entire stage progresses.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, considering that we are kind of blasting through this concoction of a level, whatever you want to call it.
I want to call it a concoction.
Concoction. A concoction.
You should have kept a fire shield, dog.
Yeah, but then there's rings here, and we all know that once I get rid of a shield, it's gonna go and everyone's gonna be like, Jirard, don't play that music anymore.
It's over. I want to talk about how awesome this level looks, because it's big color scheme is teal and orange, which is a really cool color scheme that you don't see in a lot of video games for whatever reason. I feel like video games tend to be primary colors a lot, and this one is almost none of that.
Yeah, I mean it's borderline. This is. I mean, we've talked about this before about how Sonic 3 and Knuckles is quite possibly the best Sonic-looking game on the Genesis.
Oh, it's probably the best-looking game on the Genesis. Period.
Yeah, and
it looks like a PlayStation game.
A PlayStation game?
I mean, when they made those like Mega Man X4 or something, it seems like it's that good almost.
Okay, I was gonna say that's a bold statement, my friend.
Yeah, it's not like Final Fantasy VII or something, but it looks great. It's like a level of quality in a platformer that you never really saw on the system again.
Sure. I think I'm going in circles right now.
You might be. This is the longest level ever, though, so who knows?
I think I'm going in circles right now. I think it's time to Super Saiyan the hell out of here.
Another theory that a lot of people have that is supported by evidence in this level is that Knuckles, his whole story is takes place after Sonic's story. Because right now, if you look in the background, you can kind of see. Well, there he is behind. He's the Death Egg there. You see him in the background?
No. What are you talking about?
The Death Egg is right there in the background.
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah. He's kind of sticking out of the top of the roof there or whatever.
Yeah.
In the Knuckles version of this level, he is not there. And later, when we pop out and we see the Death Egg in the sky looming, as it always does, in a really cool way, when Knuckles plays through this level, it's gone. And a lot of people think that it's because, Knuckles' story takes place after the Sonic story, and that he's kind of running a cleanup operation after the big
sham,
big showdown with Sonic and Robotnik.
Well, that's interesting. That's weird to me, because in my opinion, Knuckles the whole time is just out to get you. And
so then he learns his lesson, in this storyline while you're playing as Sonic, and then,
I don't have to move. Kill yourself, Greg.
He learns his lesson, and then he goes back and plays through it like a good guy. That's what I think.
He learned his lesson to kill him again.
Yeah. I want to see what that robot looks like.
Which robot?
The one whose hand we just saw. Because he seems to also have like at least two tentacles coming off.
I'm doing the running man. Look at that. Running in place.
Dude, look at how ballsy it is to just put a giant lava waterfall in the background.
Alright, now listen to this. The music's changed. This is now the Super Emerald Room music. The Master Emerald Room music. So obviously the ante's been changed. Look at the background differences.
This is exactly what I'm talking about in terms of progression.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. You get that sense of wonder of this level's changed drastically. Where are we now? It's almost like we're in an ice zone area, but really we're not.
It's like a crystal-y situation.
Yeah, it's a crystal-y situation.
Yeah, that's another reason that I like this this zone so much, is because it's like it's such a strong aesthetic, like all the way through, and it explores like distinct aspects of it. But then also like it's totally unique. Like it's totally unlike anything. It's not like that type of thing we have in our culture where people go into a cavern full of like glowing crystals, because that's not really a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like Superman, but that does not look like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always think it's so funny how those little guys who explode look so like bummed.
They look like creepy owls.
They're just like, yeah, everything looks like an owl to you.
Hey, you know what? You know what? It looks okay. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just have a fixation of owls. I don't know.
Maybe like your ideal 16-bit enemy or
Is
like
an owl?
retro gaming enemy is an owl. You must hate Ocarina of Time. Nah, 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 nah. I always hated talking to that guy because I'd always say yes when he asked, "Do you want to hear that again?" when I didn't mean to.
Dude, you and every other person out there. I feel like everyone did that.
That's my least favorite thing in anything. There's a couple things like in Pokemon too, like that, where it's like you rest, and then it's like, hey, that was great. You want to rest again? Like, why would that be an option? Why would resting again? Like, what do I stand to gain from that? Besides literally nothing being the answer.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, now we're gonna go Super Saiyan on this and just kind of plow
Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
That should be some kind of weird marketing promotion with Sonic the Hedgehog and Scion cars.
Scion cars?
Yeah.
Not Dragon Ball Z?
No, Scion. Yeah.
A Scion. Okay, now I even got a little more differently.
Super Scion. This level looks great, and you're just like running past everything.
Oh, does that anger you?
It doesn't anger me. I'm saying like it looks great, and you don't even have to like stop to see how great it looks. Okay. It just looks like this, giant fleshed out world that's like really just, I love it.
Yeah. You made it seem like I was upsetting you.
Oh, no. I'm sure that
that's the last thing I want to do right now is upset you.
Upset me?
Yeah.
I'd be more worried about the probably 40 people who are going to be like, yeah, you didn't stop.
Hey, I think our audience is very smart. They like our show.
Yeah, most of them.
Oh, damn, this is...
That was dope.
Yeah, it was. Just kind of blasting through this, like it's not even a problem.
Well, it is the longest level in Sega Genesis history.
Sega history?
No, that's not true. I'm just lying.
99! Here we go. Oh!
Good thing you're invincible.
Good thing I can just stand on lava like it's my biatch.
Lava is your biatch. Lava is my biatch.
I just died.
Jirard Khalil.
See, that's my one problem with this level is that there's that moment.
That's kind of a Sonic. That's kind of like a Sonic thing in general, where you're just like, okay, go, no, and you just like die.
I knew that was gonna happen too. I was like, oh, I shouldn't go this way.
But that's what happens when they make you make too many leaps of faith.
You just trust the developer.
Well, that's like Mario is really good about like giving you a sense of when the pit below you is bottomless to the point that it can like trick you.
Yeah.
But in Sonic, it's like, what, like where, like is this platform? Like, you don't even know like where you are. You don't know if you've been somewhere before a lot of the time. But that's just like the nature of the. It's like some kind of like mix between like Sonic and I don't know, like Metroid in like a super condensed sense. You know what I mean? See, now look at that death egg is getting bigger.
Getting closer.
Yeah, and that's not there in the Knuckles version.
Here we go.
Knuckles, troll, scumbag Knuckles.
Throwing
in probably priceless, probably a priceless gem at you. Oh man, look how close that thing is now. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, dude. Duder, that was not cool. Alright, well, ironically enough, this is one of the first bosses I have to deal with without Supersonic, so... or Hypersonic, as people want me to say. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's Seizure Sonic.
Seizure Sonic.
Let's call him Seizure Sonic.
Seizure Sonic?
What else is he but a...
You're too slow.
Giant flashing liability. The recovery from the utter fear that was on his face to like total chillaxed attitude was literally amazing just there.
This part's pretty easy. You have to go slow, and I'm still like, I still think I'm Supersonic right now.
Hypersonic. Seizure Sonic.
Seethor Sonic.
Caesar Sonic.
Scyther Sonic.
Hey, the Dex is gonna be out by the time this episode airs.
That's right.
Caesar Sonic. Because I'm the Pokemon guy.
And I died.
Doom.
Yeah, if you guys, I don't know if we're allowed to do this because I've heard in the past people get flamed for it. But if you guys don't know, Alex just came out with his own channel. I know a lot of you guys were commenting about when is Alex gonna get his own show, and he finally got one. So if you guys are fans of Pokemon, you should check that out.
Yeah, the Dex.
The Dex. It's a Pokemon review show. He reviews a Pokemon a day.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there.
It's neither Sonic right now.
That's neither Sonic nor Knuckles.
This boss is just a matter of outlasting. As long as you don't, as long as you just survive, you win.
Similar to the boss in the Flying Battery Zone, which just beats himself
to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Wow! I think having the fire shield is probably the most unfair thing, but it's also very.
It's
fun.
weird that they make it so abundant. You know, even though it like breaks the level almost.
A little bit, yeah.
This is like the only boss in the game almost that takes place in his own level.
You mean atmospherically?
No, I'm saying like this is like Act 3.
Oh, so technically, yeah, I guess it's technically Act 3.
Yeah, he has his own level.
Fudge.
Having a little trouble.
No.
Having a little trouble. Kind of running low on lives here, bro.
Can you remind me one more time what's going on?
You.
I'm in trouble?
Are in trouble.
Okay, I'm not 12. Okay. Not saying that 12-year-olds out there don't act like that. I'm gonna dig myself in a hole today. And that's basically what's been happening with this.
Yeah. Apparently, and this is according to the research that I have, the reason that this counts as an extra level, even though you don't have a title card for it, has to do with whether, like, if you have 100 rings going into it, you can like get the extra life bonuses in the same progression as you would as if it was a new act instead of it being the same act.
Oh, I see. It resets itself, essentially?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you have 100 rings, even if you just got a life,
sure,
and you grab a ring here, you get another life.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So that could be a glitch on an oversight, at least on the programmer's part. But it seems more. It seems to lend credence to the idea, if you will.
Yeah.
How come he makes his things so dangerous all the time, and then Sonic can just, like... It doesn't make sense that Sonic's, like, bladed body doesn't do anything to this, but these, like... Well, I guess they're mines. But it's funny, because, like, it seems like this machine was built for this precise purpose. And it doesn't even explain how he's tilting the lava towards you at all times.
It's also a Sega Genesis game, so how is it supposed to explain said thing?
I suppose so.
Alright, well that's the end of Lava Reef Act 3. See, it says Act 2!
It says Act 2, but just what I said is the life thing is evidence.
It counts as Act 3, okay. That's debatable.
And it's super long anyway.
It is. I mean, I thought this was the micro act right here. This is Hidden Palace Zone. This is it doesn't have an act.
This is its own zone, dog.
Because of the fact that this is a very short zone. But for those of you who've been paying attention to our extravagant adventure in this game,
Our extravagant adventure.
extravagance, our scrumptulescent adventure. is that you're soon going to realize what's going on is that this actually is the throne room in which all the Master Emeralds which I've collected ever so diligently have appeared.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like you visit a place in real life that you like visit in a dream almost or something.
Kind of.
And check this out. Look
I
at that.
forgot that I had to fight Knuckles right here.
Look at this mural. It shows an ancient prediction, like an ancient piece of art showing Sonic in the fireball fighting the final boss.
Yeah.
So earlier, way back months ago when I was in Hydro City talking about an ancient prophecy about Sonic, it seems like that's true. Isn't that cool? I was right.
So here we go.
Now, Knuckles, the protector of the Master Emerald.
Come back here with those. Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, get back here.
I'll show you. I'll fix you up real good.
Oh no, he's gonna tentacle him. No.
God.
Nux, get up. We're friends now.
Bash your head against his head. It's so crazy. It's like kind of spooky to see like another sprite
Interact with you.
just like moving. Yeah. It seems like it's like a ghost or something because it's so like not a thing that ever happens.
All right, Nux, let's do this. Let's do this, Leroy.
Let's do this.
Notice how Sky Sanctuary Zone does not have an Act 2. It's simply just a zone.
Sky Sanctuary and
He's
Hidden
died
and Hidden Palace.
That was nice of them. I thought I was going to die. Instead, I floated.
Yeah. Oh, apparently Hidden Palace is also based on a level from Sonic 2 that never made it.
Okay.
And I think that Lava Reef is kind of like an expansion of it.
Interesting.
I also really love the music in Sky Sanctuary.
You know, I kind of wish they would chosen another level from Sonic 3 and Knuckles to put in Sonic Generations.
Then Sky Sanctuary?
Yeah.
I love this level.
I love it too, but I would have loved another one. Or a different one. You know, maybe it's just me.
Yeah. This is a cool, like, situation because this is, like... Sonic is, like... Now that we know that what the deal is with Knuckles and Robotnik and that he's just been, like, screwing him over this whole time.
Yeah.
It's really cool that, like, what this last bit of this game is like, Sonic going through, like, a, like... sacred old place and like trying to save it from these guys. There's Metal Sonic, I told you.
Yeah, I forgot.
Was that even on this show? Or were we just talking about it?
I don't know. I feel like we talked about
Classic
it at some
throwback
point.
boss right here, BT dubs.
BT dubs.
Throwback boss to the first boss in Sonic 1, right? Sonic 1?
Yeah, I think it was Sonic 1.
I'm gonna
Oh yeah, I know
spoil
he was in Sonic 2, at least.
Well, I'll just get flamed and we'll see what happens. Did you know that Angel Island is supposed to be floating?
Yeah, that's what... Did you ever play Sonic Adventure?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, is that Angel Island falls to the ground because the Master Emerald's been taken.
Oh, and yeah, and then that's when it's revealed that this all takes place in the real world.
Yes.
Which is the biggest bummer in the history of Sonic.
I don't know about that. I really enjoyed it.
Can you imagine if Mario, like, got out his car keys and, like, drove home and took a nap in New York City at the end of the game?
Well, that's a little different.
It'd be weird as hell. Especially if that happened after there had been, like, 3 huge games. But they're like, oh yeah, and everything that is real is also a thing here. Anyway, what it says is that Sky Sanctuary and Angel Island are supposed to be the same height. But then, at the end, you see Angel Island way higher up. Or, I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, you see Angel Island way higher than Sky Sanctuary. And they're thinking that Robotnik, like, messed it up or something. Like, he crashed or something and changed the heights.
He done goofed it a bit?
Yeah, or because the emeralds are gone, or who knows? Nobody knows. Not me, not you.
Lost with the ancient Mayans.
Yeah, that's about right.
Isn't that great how we just made a joke about the end of the world, but no one's gonna hear it till the world's ended?
It's possible that no one will ever hear it because
for all we know.
because we're on the dawn of the second day right now
That's right.
for the one Majora's Mask fan out there. Just kidding. I know there's hundreds and millions.
And thousands and quadrillions.
Yeah. Also, since I'm getting to be on YouTube and talk to thousands of people, let's just like all get together and pray for a 3DS port of Majora's Mask. How does that sound?
I like how suddenly, like, you don't believe in God until that finite moment of
whatever.
Majora's Mask being coming to 3DS.
Yeah, everybody finds religion in a different way. Look at these animals, like, oh my God, these robots are here in our sacred land. But also, I'm like, did those little animals build this place?
I don't think so.
They just hang out inside of all the buildings.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I think they're escaping because remember, Robotnik is known for kidnapping these robots. The robot kids. All right. Well, don't mind me as I destroy us. Metal Sonic here. Or not. It's okay.
I don't think this is the same. This is Mecha Sonic. Is that the same thing
as Metal Sonic?
Yeah.
I guess theoretically it could be. It looks a little more scary than looking depressed, man. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not.
There is an Act 2, I guess.
Yeah, it not.
Just didn't say Act 1.
Metal Sonic and Mecha Sonic are two different characters.
Oh man! Look at him run! Look at him run! Look at him run! Yeah!
I love that they like still try and do like action sequences and stuff. It's because it's like a blockbustery situation.
I mean, right now I'm holding it, even though I know it's not a real thing. Like I shouldn't be doing it, but I want to because I feel more involved.
Yeah, yeah. So Mecha Sonic and Metal Sonic are different.
All right, so we've reached the death egg. I think we're gonna take a break. When we come back, it's gonna be the finale episode, guys.
We're gonna take it to the hole.
Yeah. Head banging out. Head banging out. Head banging out.
Will Jirard ever stop banging his head against that ring?
Banging on a trash can.
Strumming on a street light.